Hey everyone, Vince here. I hope you all doing well. This video will be different. I talk to you directly, like an open letter. I will share my thoughts about current art and how art base is changing. I will use many references to explain my ideas better, so keep watching and listening. This video is not made to get views or please algorithm. This kind of content seldom appears on the front page. My goal is simple. If this video helps just one person, that's a success. Also, I know I have a French accent, but I don't want to use an AI voice. I want this letter to be real, authentic, even if it bothers some people who won't take the time to turn on the caption. Just kidding. Love you all. You know what they say. A hater is just someone who loves you differently. Before we begin, let's talk about the future of art base for those who might not watch till the end. Compo Academy, our platform for learning composition and design, isn't dead, it's just on pause. Why? AI has changed how I create content. But don't worry, we will still make all content by hand. However, AI opens up many new ways to create, so I need to consider how to make Compo Academy even better for you. I'll talk more about this soon. The YouTube channel is also on pause as I'm changing my career path. To be honest, art based on Compo Academy aren't my main job. I am a graphic designer. That's what I learn and what pays my bills. What's great is how my design skill make my art better, and my art make my design better. Design rules work for everything visual, from traditional drawing to AI-generated art. Speaking of AI, artists with real skills will always be better than machines. You won't just be another person letting Canva or Midjourney do everything. You'll be in control, using this tool to help you, not replace you. Some might disagree, but this is how I see art future. Let's discuss this in the comments. Okay, now, let's start with behind the screen. For the last 2 years, I've been working hard on Compo Academy with my partner, Chameleon. I need to say a big thank you to him. His skills in web development and programming have been very important for this project. His wisdom has helped us make good decisions about where to take this project. So just thank you. Let me show some of the work from this year. The lesson, mind map, design, and how students use Compo Academy in general. But things are changing because of AI, new application, and my improving design skill. I always try to use new technology when it helps us to make better work. Being curious about new things is very important for projects like this. Think about my journey over the last 10 years. I start with Quark Express, then move to Dreamweaver, then Adobe XD, and now I use Figma, Creative, and Framer. I also use Claude to help with content, and I am sure I'll use even more tools in the future. You know, my goal isn't to offer just another SaaS platform where users sign up, log in once, and then never come back. I want Compo Academy to be a transformative adventure. Creating the Renaissance Masterclass this year, after the viral video, taught me a lot. I learned not just about Renaissance art, history, and the great artists of that time, but also about how to teach well. I discovered that teaching, like graphic design, works best when you keep things simple. For Compo Academy, we are going to teach in a clear, interactive way. 1. Short lessons. These are quick lessons that focus on one topic. Simple, easy to understand ideas, and not too much information at once. 2. Step-by-step learning. Each lesson are built on what you've learned before. You practice using what you learn right away, and you can see how much you're improving. 3. Fun practice activities. Learn by doing, not just watching. Practice with real art problems, and keep learning interesting with different activities. 4. Clear goals. Know exactly what you learn, understand how to use what you learn, and see your life progress. 5. Regular practice test. Check how much you've learned. Find out what you need to practice more. And of course, celebrate when you improve. You see, learning composition is like training your eyes to see art differently. It's like learning to notice everything around you. Why did nature place this flower or tree in this particular way? What made that person catch your attention? Why this advertisement stand out to you? What makes you emotional when watching this movie? Why do you like so much this painting? We will help you answer this question and train your artistic eye in a way that makes sense and follow your natural curiosity. I understand that learning about composition and design can seem boring at first. When you have to deal with math and geometry, it might feel too difficult or not delightful. Yes, we have academy in your name, but who say learning can be fun? Drawing inspiration from the French art ateliers of the 19th century, where serious learning was seamlessly mixed with play, we want to bring that same vibrant energy to our platform. Back then, students spent their day mastering the art of drawing and painting, and enjoy moments of levity, engaging in playful activities like brush duels. For Compo Academy, we're channeling this historical spirit into a modern educational approach, using interactive game-like elements to make learning composition and design not just educational, but also enjoyable. Let's use World of Warcraft, WoW, as an analogy. I was hooked on this game during my teens. I can't even count how many college classes I skipped just to level up my WoG and be Italian's player. In WoW, you begin with nothing. No gear, no skill, no guild, not even friend. Now, imagine if someone dropped you into a Strangletor Vale just after you create your character. At first glance, it's like stepping into a paradise. The area is a beautiful vista, teeming with lush nature, seemingly peaceful. However, this is also the first savage and contested territory for player versus player. Let's be honest, how can you win against another player if you can even defeat a simple wolf in the game? No. What happens if we mirror this situation with many artists today, venturing into the art world with just a superficial understanding? Oof, it's a hard way to start. This artist often lacks the fundamental skills in composition, design, and storytelling, the true gear necessary for success. Compo Academy will guide you from ground zero, ensuring you master each step and preparing you to engage with the art world confidently. With AI now capable of producing visually appealing images, your advantage lies in mastering storytelling and composition, creating work that honestly is yours and truly connect with your audience. Recent controversies, notably highlighted by the Will Smith Pasta Evolution meme, have stirred a significant debate within the art community, especially concerning creators like Ergo Josh, Adam Duff, and Chat Diversity, the Jazz brother. I'm not here to argue about who is right or wrong, but to share my perspective on AI's future in art. Let's begin with this key idea. Don't fear AI, but fear humans using AI. Imagine AI as a 7-year-old child sitting quietly in front of you. If you do nothing, this child will simply sit there, doing nothing. But if you give instruction like, "Can you get me a drink?" the child will usually follow your direction. Though, being a child, there is a room for rebellion. AI operates likewise. It's designed to respond to human input. Without it, AI remains inactive. In fact, it's the human being the AI we should be careful of, not the AI itself. AI should be seen as a tool, not a malevolent entity like the Terminator. If you don't engage with it, tools like ChatGPT won't act on their own. It's as simple as that. So let's be specific about what artists can do in this new landscape and how they can benefit from it. Talented artists. These artists have refined their skill to sketch any pose or make great composition within minutes, thanks to years of dedicated practice. They possess a trained artistic eye, akin Sharingan from Naruto, seeing the world differently from the average person. When these artists combine their skill with high-end tools, they vastly outperform prompt engineers by over 90% in consistency and quality. Artists versus prompt engineers. An artist equipped with AI tool will outshine those who simply use AI setup like Comfy UI, offline models, or sub-platform like Midjourney. This artist will turn into a beast, making those with less skill look like a hobbyist. Market success. Artists integrating AI will enjoy more victories in selling art and games. In the future, those who rush to market with low-quality, AI-generated slop will find their work lacks the depth, creativity, and appeal that a skilled artist can provide. My message to artists is simple. Leverage the same technology that some abuse to make better art. This is the most delicious roast of those who call themselves prompt god. In a nutshell, AI in art is not so much about replacing artists as it's about empowering them. Those who combine the writing, humanities and arts with new technologies and cultures will change this world. No, you have a choice. You can ignore this child, AI, or you can engage with it. You could even view it negatively, calling it names like frauds or thief. However, there will always be another artist, a visionary, ready to adopt this technology and collaborate with it for mutual growth. I think of myself as someone who is always a beginner, an eternal beginner. Here's what I mean. When you start learning something you love, you quickly discover how much you don't know. This isn't just about the Dunning-Kruger effect, where beginners think they know everything, or ultra-crépridinarisme, talking confidently about things you don't understand. It's about something deeper and more personal. Let me give you a simple example. Try redoing something you drew a few years ago. When you look at your old work, you might say, "Oh my god, what a mess. Why did I do it like that?" So, why does this happen? Because your skills have gotten better over time. You understand art better now. You can see mistakes that you couldn't see before. And the most important, you know how to fix this mistake because you've learned more. Remember when we talked about WoW earlier? It's like learning to defeat a simple wolf before you can fight against other players. You need to master the basic first. Life has many plateaus, or levels, like a video game. Each time you reach a new level, you feel like you've discovered something amazing. But there are always more levels to reach, and more things to learn. This never ends, and that's what makes life exciting. Here's the truth about success. It's not a straight line from point A to point B. Instead, it's like a maze with many paths that help you grow, challenge you, and surprise you. And I'll be honest, I love how complicated this journey is. It makes life more interesting. Also, know that 98% of personal brands you see online are a curated illusion. Don't be convinced by other facades, and raise the urge to mimic them. No one can embody you as effectively as you. Remember, most people, despite their confident exterior, are often just as scared and full of doubt as you might be. Learning and accepting this sooner can free you to be more authentic in your creative endeavors. If you want to learn more about these ideas, I recommended looking at Eugène Delacroix diary. Also, explore the work and life of Raphael for his mastery and evolution in art. Brosny for his philosophy on continuous learning and adaptability. And Tesla. The man, Nikola Tesla, not the car company. for his relentless pursuit of knowledge and innovation. The most important thing is to enjoy learning and growing, even when it's difficult. Don't worry about being perfect. Focus on getting better, step by step, day by day. Let me share something that changed how I think about art and creativity. You might have heard people talk about finding inspiration, or muse. The ancient Greeks had interesting ideas about this. Instead of having just one muse, they had 9 different muses. Each muse was responsible for inspiring a different type of art. What are artists without their source of inspiration? As a man, I naturally find my muse in the entirety of women. However, in today's world, this topic has become more complex than it used to be. Instead of getting into politics, let's focus on learning about art and personal growth through some helpful books. These books have shifted my understanding from superficial to profound, aiding me in creating more authentic representation of my muse. If this book helped me, they might help at least one of you too. Note: this recommendation comes from my perspective as a male artist, but they are valuable lessons for anyone interested in understanding different viewpoints. Start with The Way of Superior Man by David Deida. This book encapsulates everything you need to know about masculine energy and essence, and you can go wrong with a cover illustration like this. Once you've explored your soul, move to The Alabaster Girl by Zanperion. Listen to your most song. Cherish her ideas and essence, and strive to understand her deeply to craft a perfect representation in your artwork. And for those keen of uncovering all the secrets, dive into Casanova's memories. I won't say too much more about this topic. Many others have already explained this idea better than I can. Please use the comment section to share your book recommendation, suggest other resources, or simply inspire other artists. Also, when I dip into my muse in any of my work, I'm reminded of this quote by Jeremy Mann, one of my favorite contemporary artists.
Back in the day, when women would dress up well, it's because their body shape is pretty much the most beautiful fucking thing on the planet. Their curves are meant to naturally attract men to make life. I mean, if you want to make it that basic. So when I look at a woman, it's like, you are a gorgeous creature with natural things about you that are fucking beautiful. And your curves, and I don't mean like curves the way that people think of, oh, tits and ass. I mean curves like the way that your ankle curves up to your hip, around your wrist, and up to your eyes, and where your eyes are looking. That sort of grace and elegance and power is a painting. I mean, women are paintings. They're meant to be painted.
Everything we talk about in this video has given me new ideas for Compo Academy and Arbez this year. I've been trying something new, looking at how composition works in game trailers like Elden Ring, or a TV show opening like the Foundation series. These experiments have shown me something important. No matter what period or type of media we look at, the fundamentals of art are always there. I think I cover everything I want to share with you today. I wish you a wonderful holiday season, whether you're celebrating with family and friends, or enjoying quiet time by yourself. Keep creating, stay curious, and let your artistic spirit grow. Here's to a fantastic 2025! Best wishes, Vince.
金龍拳第4式小龍問路，大龍擺尾。